I'm Clint, and we have a product review of Simban's PicassoTab drawing tablet, which is an oddly affordable item in the market. But is it worth buying and using? I have no idea. We haven't even unboxed it yet. So stick around, and we'll get right into it. Okay, I know you guys are out there. Some of you just want the bottom line, forget the unboxing, forget seeing the product actually being used. Alright, look for the timestamp in the description below. It'll jump you right to the conclusion. Otherwise, stick around. Let's take a look at this. I have literally not opened this box, have not seen this. I have also intentionally not gone out to the Amazon page and read the reviews. So I do not know exactly what to expect other than what the item basically is. So they sent me an email asking if I would review it. They sent me one. Would I take a look at it and do a video? I said, sure, send it along. Firstly, it does come with a UK and Europe plug-in adapters, so you can use those in any of those locations, of course, as well as the US, which is what I'm using. And you can insert micro SD cards into the side of the device. You will need to use batteries with the pen. It uses quadruple A batteries. It does advise charging the battery of the device for 4 hours before first use so that it is fully charged. To start with, the PicassoTab is a regular tablet. It has all the functionality that you would expect from a tablet. You can download apps and watch movies and listen to music and all those sorts of things. What really makes it stand out from the crowd, especially at its price point, is that it has pressure sensitivity on its screen. Not touch sensitivity. All tablets can really tell when you're touching the screen or not, but pressure sensitivity, 1,000 levels of it, so that the tablet can tell when you're pressing soft or hard, which makes it ideal for artists. It's the same sort of thing that you would expect and get from your stylus pads, like my Wacom Bamboo Tab. That's what I usually draw with here on my computer and on my channel, and that's what you're getting from this PicassoTab as well. Now, the device itself is about 7 by 10 inches with a screen of 5.5 by 8.5 inches, and I find that to be a good size. It is not so small that it becomes cramped, like you feel contained by it, but not so large that it becomes cumbersome. If it was slightly bigger, I think that would be even better, but I also have an iPad Pro that I draw on, and comparatively, you can see that size difference there. I love this screen. Big, beautiful screen, very powerful device, but it does get kind of cumbersome sometimes. It does not fit all of my backpacks and travel bags that I normally carry. There's only one particular bag that it fits comfortably in, whereas this guy would fit in practically any drawing or art bag that you would generally have with you. The resolution is 1920 by 1080, so that's obviously HD resolution. Excellent for watching movies, but it's not quite as high as you might want from the screen. And it doesn't keep up with like the iPad. But again, all right, let's go into this with the proper expectations. This is under $200 or right at $200. There are certain shortcuts that they have to take. There's certain corners that have to be cut, as it is. And one of those is with the screen resolution, that it's not top of the line screen resolution. Another thing is like the camera. It has a built-in camera. I took some pictures with it, and it is not great quality. I'm going to be honest. The resolution wasn't as high as you want. It doesn't uphold detail very well in low light situations. You're not buying it for the camera. All right, you're buying it for the pressure sensitivity and the fact that you can draw on it. If you want to use it to take some quick reference photos so that you can sketch on something later, that makes sense. But you're not going to want to use it to photograph somebody's wedding or like your kid's birthday party. Just get a better camera. Use your iPhone. All right, so it does come with Autodesk Sketchbook preloaded on it, but I'm more familiar with ArtRage, so that's what I'm going to go into. Just been messing around here, but let me show you a couple of things. Of course, you have the regular touch control there, and the pen. So if you make a line here, that line appears to the right of where I would expect it to go. And that seemed like an error to me at first, because it's like you as an artist need it to be where you expect. The workaround is that you need to draw from this orientation, that is with the camera at the bottom. If you do that, then the line goes where you would expect. Now, ideally, it would work exactly the same in any orientation. That's the way my iPad is. But for whatever reason, it doesn't. So as long as you're aware of that fact, then that's cool. Then you're fine. But until you realize that, then you think that there's something definitely wrong with it. It does mean that you can't use it in its standing position with the case, because it will become unlatched if you use it in this upside down pose. But anyway, if you're going to be drawing, you're probably not going to be using it in the standing position. It's a little too much upright. You're likely going to just have it on your lap or lay it on the table flat anyway, so it's not a big loss there. Anyway, aside from that, the computational power does have its limits. Again, proper expectations. It doesn't have as much power as, say, the iPad Pro. So you can't expect that it's going to have as low a latency. It's going to have very little lag. And it's also going to have the lag depending on what brush and tool you're using. I used the pencil tool here to draw a character earlier, and it worked just fine, right? But you get into some of these more complex brushes that have a lot more qualities to them, and it's going to slow it down. So, are you going to use this for your final professional images? Probably not. You're going to outscale the processing power of this device by having a lot of layers at a high resolution and using complex tools like, the oil paint brushes. What you're wanting this to be for, and the way that I would likely use this, is to do on-location drawings. I want to take notes, do proper color sketches, or if you want to you're on the road, you want to travel, somebody's driving, you're just sitting there, you're going to sketch away. I do some plane flights, so I can see something like this being used in the airport, just sketching like that. And then once you get your idea down, then you can transfer that to your proper, desktop computer. It'd be my iMac in my case. And then I would finish it up there, raise up the resolution and that sort of thing. So that is a lot of the issues going on here. The case I do like. I believe it's fake leather, but it fits in well. It does have cutouts for the major buttons, like the power button and your plugins here. You can't always see it in that light, but you have access to those. So you don't have to take it in out of the case to plug it in, or put in your earphones, or use the camera. It's got a cutout for that as well. The little elastic band is excellent for keeping your pen in there. So am I going to tell you to buy it or not buy it? Neither. But I will say that if you're looking for a device that fits what you want with your expectations, it's a good option to consider. So for $200, if you're looking for a digital sketchbook that you can take with you to do your simple sketches and notes and, on-location drawings, good option. Right? It's going to do that for you. And of course, it's going to do all the other normal tablet stuff. However, is there better things on the market? Yeah, my iPad Pro is better. It does everything better essentially than this does. But you have to remember that that is like 8 times more expensive than this guy. So keep that in mind. If you like this review, or if you're interested in picking up this device, you can find the link for this in the description below. And also give Simban your response of what you think about this. Show him some of the stuff that you've done. And if you like this review and me covering these sorts of things, then leave me a comment below and let me know. Also, let me know if you pick it up and what your thoughts about it was. And until I see you next time, keep drawing.